Hello guys, welcome to Math Master Studio where math made easy. Since there is lockdown, I have decided that I will try to post as much as videos on the 12th standard SSC board. So today's topic is differentiation. So let's start with it. In this chapter, we are going to cover first derivatives of a composite function. So what is a composite function? Composite function is basically a function of function. What you can say is, suppose y equal to f of x is a function of x, then suppose y equal to sine x is a function. Okay, that is a simple function. But composite, it will add something else in that sine x function. Like suppose y equal to sine of x square plus 3 is a composite function, because f of x is equal to x square plus 3 is included in y equal to sine x. So sine of sine x. So when we combine both the functions y equal to sine x and f of x equal to x square plus 3, we get is equal to y equal to sine of f of x. That is nothing but a composite function. Okay, so that is derivative of a composite function. How to calculate that we are going to cover. Then the next topic is geometric meaning of derivative. Okay, so you have already learned the derivatives in the 11th standard, so we know the derivative concept a little bit, right? So we know the mathematical meaning of that, but what about the geometrical meaning? That we don't know, right? So we'll try to interpret the derivative geometrically. A derivative is nothing but a change in a one dimension with respect to the other dimension. But what is the geometric meaning of derivative? That we will try to interpret in this topic. The third topic is derivatives of inverse function. Okay, so what is an inverse function? Is basically, suppose inverse of something is nothing but suppose if you get y equal to f of x, then its inverse function will be such that in this function y is a domain, right, and f of x is a range. So what happens in inverse function is, as the name suggests, both gets reversed. The x becomes the domain and the y becomes the range. Y becomes the domain and x becomes the range. So we are going to see how to calculate the derivatives of the inverse function. And then fourth topic is logarithmic differentiation. In that topic is nothing but we are going to know or learn how to differentiate the logarithmic functions. The fifth topic is derivative of implicit function. You know the implicit function, so we are going to learn how to differentiate them. Okay, the sixth topic is derivative of the parametric functions. You know, in higher mathematics, what happens is every shape is represented by parametric function. Okay, because in that sense you can change any function into parametric form. Okay, so we'll see the parametric functions and how to derive them. And the last topic, seventh topic, is higher order derivatives. Okay, what is in that is higher order derivatives is basically in at primary level what you are going to learn is single order derivatives. Okay, one order derivative, that is dy by dx. But what are higher order derivatives? That are nothing but d square y by dx square, like that. Okay, so let's start with the today's lesson. What we'll do is, the chapter in this chapter, first we'll revise the derivatives of the what is a derivative exactly. Let's do the revision from our 12th standard. Okay, so derivative is nothing but, in a simple language, rate of change of function. Okay, any function, how it changes with the independent parameter. Suppose y equal to f of x is a function of x, then how it changes if we make a change in x, that is nothing but a derivative. Okay, so now let's see the definition of the derivative. derivative of f of x with respect to x, where at a point x equal to a is given by f of x, f dash of a, that is derivative at a point a is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of a plus h minus f of a divided by h. What does this mean? What does this whole mean? Is nothing but is a definition. If you understand that, then you will definitely get the definition. What it does mean is where h is a very small change, okay, and so we define f of a plus h, that is nothing but a value of y at a plus h, as our range. Okay, we take y and the value of f of x at x equal to a, and then this difference, how it changes with respect to h. H is an independent change which we make. Okay, so why we are applying the limit here is nothing but what we want to interpret is we want to calculate the instantaneous change. Okay, at every instant how the y changes. So we try to make the h as much as less as possible, almost equal to 0. So we apply the limit h tends to 0. Okay, got it? And that is nothing but the differentiation, that is instantaneous change of a certain quantity with respect to other. Okay, so here if you understand this whole, then you understand the definition of a derivative. Okay, so as I have told you already, derivative can also be defined as, suppose y equal to f of x is a function, and if delta x is small increment in x and delta y is corresponding increment in y, that means what does it mean? What does corresponding mean? It means that for a small change in x, delta x, the change in y is delta y. So as we apply the limit delta x tends to 0, because we want to calculate the instantaneous rate of change with respect to x, what we get is derivative. So limit delta x tends to 0, delta y by delta x equal to dy by dx. Okay, so now let's look at the next thing. Next thing in the book is given is rules of differentiation. Okay, so now let's look at there are basically 3 rules of differentiation. Okay, why these are there? Because there can be certain functions at a time which may be added, which may be the multiplications, or which may be the division. Okay, so there are basically simple 3 rules. Remember these 3. The first rule is y is for y equal to u plus v. Okay, it is a simple rule, no need to remember. You can apply the differentiation directly for this function y equal to u plus v. Okay, so dy by dx is equal to du by dx plus minus dv by dx. Okay, so what you get is, so you can here, as you can see, you can apply the differentiation directly to the functions if there is addition and subtraction in the functions. Okay, so the next rule is for y equal to u into v. Okay, listen friends carefully, this is very important rule. You have already learned in the 10th standard, so listen carefully again. Y equal to u plus u into v, for u, this is also called as UV rule in simple language, in simple terms. Okay, so this is very important rule, and how to remember the rule I'm gonna is also simple. If you apply the differentiation dy by dx is equal to, then what you get is, keep the first function as it is, then differentiation of second, plus keep the second function as it is, differentiation of the first. Okay, simple thing. If y equal to uv is there, what is a uv rule? Keep the function as it is, differentiation of second, plus keep the second function as it is, differentiation of first. Okay, now the third rule. Third rule is again very important rule and a little bit difficult rule to remember. Okay, for your convenience I will show you it in a very better and viewable way. So third rule is y equal to u by v rule, and very important, listen carefully. When we apply the differentiation, first of all, to apply the differentiation, the function v which is in the denominator should not be equal to 0. Why? If it is 0, then u by v becomes indefined or undefined. Then we cannot differentiate u by v, because we cannot differentiate the undefined function, because u by v becomes non-defined if v is equal to 0. Okay, so now let's look at this. When we apply the function derivative dy by dx, what we get is simple rule. Remember and listen carefully how to do the differentiation. Whatever the v you have or the denominator, keep it in the denominator on the right hand side and square it. Whatever the v you have, keep it in the denominator of the right hand side and square it. Okay, so you have got the v square in the denominator. I'm very sorry friends, there was some interruption in this. So what I was telling you is the most important rule is y equal to u by v rule. It is also called as u by v rule, and it is the most important rule. So what we have is dy by dx is equal to v into du by dx minus u into dv by dx divided by v square. Okay, where v is not equal to 0. So this was all about the revision friends, and there is the differentiation of the standard function, which you have some standard functions which you have already learned in the 11th standard, that I will post with this video. If you want, you can take the screenshot or learn them very well. Okay, so if you have, this was the end of the today's video. If you have any queries, please write it them in the comment. I will try to answer them and I will try to solve them. Okay, if you have solved the examples based on this in the exercise, and if you feel any difficult problem, please comment in the comment box. I will try to help you with that. Okay, and thank you friends, thank you for today. Let's hope let's get with the another video soon. Thank you very much.